Yeah, obviously disappointed, very, very disappointed for our players, our fans, all the people that support us. Obviously, it's a critical week for us. We put a lot of great preparation. Thought we had a good week. Even really the way the game started to get a 3-and-out defensively, or I guess they got a first down, but then the second play from the line of scrimmage to have a fumble and have our defense come out and rise up. We got away with stopping them with a field goal. And we matched the field goal, hit a 48-yarder, which is a step in the right direction for us from a field goal standpoint. And we exchanged some touchdowns, go in the locker room, giving up one there at the end. It was just very frustrating. Huge momentum swing right there before the end of the half that they obviously took out to the rest of the third quarter. The third quarter, probably one of the more frustrating quarters I've ever been involved with. Just it seemed everything disintegrated right in front of us. We come out, get a 3-and-out, and then we put the ball away, or they get a couple scores, have a couple turnovers that result in scores. I think we tried to do more than we needed to do. I know Austin kind of just was probably feeling overwhelmed, tried to do a little bit to get rid of the football, and just very, very frustrating. I thought our guys did compete, but you can't say that in obviously the way the game kind of ended. So couple positives, obviously Cole Kelly came in and did some stuff there at the end of the game that was positive. I don't know the status of Austin. I just know he wasn't cleared to go anymore. So we'll monitor that and see where that goes from that point forward. But I told our guys there isn't anything magical going to have to happen. You gotta work a little bit harder, prepare a little bit better during the crunch time situations when things go bad. Somebody's got to step up, and as coaches, we got to do a better job of putting them in those positions. I think when we started to go backwards there, no one had an answer in any phase, and that's frustrating. So. Yeah, we'll take this one, review it tomorrow, and we obviously got the meat of our schedule coming at us right now, and our guys are gonna have to rise up to the challenge. No one else can do anything but us. So we know the things that we got to work on, and obviously we'll be back to work as soon as we can.
Was it Austin's shoulder?
I don't really know for sure. I know early in the game there was I know I saw him working it. So at the end there, they just said he wasn't cleared to go, and that's when we went with Cole. Again, nobody was great out there. I think he had actually probably his best week of preparation, threw the ball really, really, really well. Got frustrated there, I think, and threw the ball a couple times up for grabs. I think that after the one intentional grounding play, that's when it kind of went sideways on us, on him. And obviously the good news about him is he's a great competitor. He's a tough kid, and if he can go, he will. But on the same account, sometimes we just got to make some changes and see what that might provide us,
Does that mean you're saying you might?
No, I'm just saying we had to make a change anyways, because he was injured and Cole came in and did some good stuff. So he's obviously a guy that, likes to compete. He did a nice job coming in there. He threw the one pick six, but it was good to get him continue to work. And if Austin can go, he'll be the guy. But if not, Cole got some valuable work today.
What do you think of the O-line as a whole, the run game and
everything? There was obviously some pressure. I think in the run game we didn't ever get it really going. I thought there was a couple plays early on that you had glimpses of what we want to be, but when we can't run the ball effectively, and nothing else really ever seems to work. So, I think that's our formula, and obviously when that doesn't happen, it backfires really throughout the whole program.
I guess the Tolliver and Curl went down, and Guidry, you said the other night he wasn't going to be here. What?
Yeah, Tolliver, I think, was both Tolliver and Crow were both cramping issues.
I mean Josh Liddell.
Josh Liddell got kicked on that one punt. Yeah, he just got a bruise on the front of his shin there. We had a couple guys cramping up, and then Brisson, didn't make the trip. Was some discipline issues back home. Nothing with the law or anything. We just needed him to do things a little bit better off the field.
How do you get these guys back on track with so many Power 5 losses in a row?
Yeah, you know what? I think the biggest thing is we obviously got to do the things that we do better for four quarters. We again, very happy up till 2 minutes left in the first half, the way they were battling it, and we'd had some challenges, and they responded very, very well. And then, I think the fact that our kids have seen themselves play good football. We don't have a bunch of seniors, but the seniors we have played a lot of good football. So we'll rely on that. And again, I've never really doubted their mentality or their work ethic. I know they got to work.
When Kelly was in, it looked like he was making decisions,
Who?
getting rid of the ball. Cole
Mm-hmm.
Kelly, what did you think of him
Well, we were in 2 minute, which kind of cleaned it up for them, and they were kind of just playing their base defense at that time. You know what I mean? I don't think they wanted to give up anything. They had some of their other guys in there, so it was really a good situation for him to walk into, get some reps, and get an opportunity. But he can make decisions. I was happy with what he was doing, and obviously a guy that can throw the ball.
Were they able to run it better than you thought they would?
Were they able to what?
To run the ball better?
Yeah, I saw the stats. It wasn't an overwhelming number, but I think there was times right in the meat of the third quarter there where we kind of just needed to stop, and they had 3 or 4 straight runs for about 8-10 yards apiece, and that was a critical point in the game. That's where we really needed to make a big play defensively to kind of swing that mojo back.
It's kind of been a recurring thing lately with the second half. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. Do you attribute that to one thing, or is it a bunch of things?
Well, again, we'd made some things and made some strides even in the A&M game. Second half did some positive things obviously, but we didn't close that one out. And I wish I could point to just one thing, but yeah, it's accumulation. If it was one thing, it'd be a little bit easier. But I think it's one thing, and one of our thoughts this week was obviously offense, defense, special teams. Everybody has their hand in it, and once again, there was a couple things in all 3 phases that ended up being a glaring issue.
Yeah, defense kind of a deceptive score with the turnovers. I do think the defensive play.
Again, you know what? Those momental scores, when they're not on the field, those take a lot of toll on you. The defensive guys get frustrated, and then I think the big play early with 81, we knew he was a good player. We knew they liked to go to him. That play was a dagger, but they did respond very, very well. And then when I think they were just trying. Obviously, I had 3 timeouts. If we got into a third and manageable situation, I was going to call a timeout, try to get our offense back on the field or get a punt blocker return going. But then they completed a couple big ones down the sidelines, and obviously made a huge catch right before the half. That was a huge momentum swing.
Cole played, but you didn't use the steamboat package today. Was there a particular reason why it didn't?
Yeah, he did. He got in there. He ran a couple things. We grew the package out of it, but it wasn't the same plays.
I guess in the first half when you had some short yards.
Yeah, we didn't call it in the first half. I agree. No, there wasn't any particular rhyme or reason.
There's going to be a lot of talk outside of the program. How do you keep the guys in the program focused?
I get the question. I get the point, but I think when you're in the house, it's a lot easier than people think. You just line up, go to work. I think our kids obviously get exposed to it a little bit more. Like I've said, their social media world, and they hear it from family, they hear it from loved ones, hear it from classmates. As coaches, you kind of know what this game is or what to do. Personally as a head coach, it's trying to protect everybody else, and I have to watch myself, because if I act a certain way, then everybody kind of follows that demeanor. And you got to take these moments and maximize the teaching out of it, but on the same account, you can't lose them knowing that what's on the horizon, what's coming up. So this is why you've recruited kids of great character, and the accountability factors there with them and with myself. As players and coaches, you just live the moment and try to make the best of it as it is. Know that the team is always the first priority, not the individual guy, and that's when you got to rely on those things altogether more than ever now. Because they're going to hear from a lot of different aspects, and reasonably so. I get it. I understand why people are frustrated. And nobody more frustrated than the people that are in the house.
Couple questions on your line. Paul Ramirez, what do you think about his start today? And Gibson went down to the quarter. What's that?
Yeah, Johnny. That's another good point. Johnny was, I think, just tweaked his knee a little bit. I don't think it was anything severe. He got up and moved around. Paul and B-Wall and really those guys battled it out right tackle all week. I think Paul had won it as of Thursday. We wanted to go with him. He got the majority of the reps Thursday and all Friday. Did some good stuff out there. I think I saw him make a couple plays on in the first half in particular. I know there's a play where he got out in front and made a critical block, but again, it's the overall results that we're concerned with.
David Williams made some plays.
Yeah. Yeah, big one. The kid's just been tremendous class, and I didn't. Last Sunday when we got together and just talked about, how do you want to approach this week? You can get requested by everybody. You can do one day, you can do every day, you can do no days, and that's when he said, Coach, I just kind of want to play the game and handle the moment, and he's done a tremendous job with it. Unfortunately, I would love to have given him a win out here today, because I know he was very excited to play here, and for not for negative reasons either, for positive reasons. I think he had a lot of great memories here. He's got a degree from here. He's got a lot of great friends on the team, and he was always very positive about the coaching staff, and vice versa, then back to him. So it wasn't it wasn't a story. I don't think that needed to be anything bigger than it was.
The touchdown
Last one.
had 4 seconds left in the first half. Was that deflating at all? Did you feel like?
Oh yeah, I think that's like I said. I think that one going in the second half. Really, the play before it, I was very frustrated. There was a play near the boundary there that they got the ball down there that close, and I just felt in the first half there was a lot of craziness. Our quarterback got hit again. Didn't understand that whole scenario, how if that wasn't roughing or a late hit, and then that got overturned. It just seems like nothing could really catch a break. I think David, if I'm not mistaken, it was late in the second quarter. Randy Ramsey turned around, got a shot on a quarterback, got the ball, and the ball bounces off the quarterback's shoulder pads and into his hands. You're hoping that's going to fall on the ground or something and give us a chance. And it just couldn't catch a break, and that's the way it is. When things are going against you and you need a break to happen, it doesn't seem like it does, and we'll just keep working, persevering, and put our trust and faith in the big man upstairs and keep working.